Welcome back to Sprague Homestead. So we're here another week into 2020 and getting 1 week closer to winter. Seems like we haven't got a lot done this week, but in truth, we really have gotten a lot of kind of small things, small little wins getting ready for the winter. So here is what we got done this week. Now it's hard to believe that our greenhouse, our geodesic dome greenhouse is still going, but you saw on Tuesday that Nikki put a video out on how she has put together this greenhouse and what she's done to keep it growing, but this dome is still growing. Every day we go in there and harvest a little bit of lettuce, or I think I've still got even a couple radishes coming up in there. But every single day we uncover this, let the plants in there get some sunlight, and still moving on, still going. So a couple layers of fabric and some doubled up beds has really paid off this year. And the question is really, do we know how far it's going to go? Not really, but man, oh man, I tell you what, a fresh salad in November is really kind of fun to have. Now, outside of that, this week, Nikki herself put away 2,000 pounds of rabbit feed. She had ordered one pallet and there was a big sale on it, so she got a second pallet. And the day that she went and picked it up, or we picked it up, the next morning she got up, fired up the tractor, sitting behind here. I was actually in riding for the morning, and she put away all 2,000 pounds of feed by herself in a couple hours using the tractor, which is pretty awesome. She was a little sore the next day, but I'll tell you what, I congratulate on her getting it done. Now, beyond that, she sold a couple of rabbits this week, sold a pair of chickens this morning alone. So people are still buying rabbits and chickens in that, and we still have a few extras that we have roosters left that we haven't butchered yet. We still got our Cornish, so we're going to try and take care of this next week. So if you guys need anything local to us, even rabbits, I think she said she's got some nest boxes full this week, and in the next week she's going to have stuff being born. Now the big thing really beyond that, the goats, I got them all taken care of. Everything's cleaned for their barns, so the boys will be visiting the ladies this weekend probably, getting the breeding going on that, so they'll be born next year in April and May. And probably the one big thing, if I kind of spin around here, I showed you this guys last week, our new storage building, or our garage, is officially, I'd say it's done. It's stored some stuff in there last night, so let's go take a look at that. So I'll kind of show this behind here, but if you look above me, you can see that one of the things we had last time left to do was the plastic on the roof, or on the backside there. Nikki got most of that done around lunch one time. Probably took her about 2 hours to do most of that. Now the really high stuff, she is not a big fan of heights, so I went up on the inside on a ladder, an extension ladder, and shot those, secured those down there, and you can see the backside of the roof is completely done. Now as I stand out to the side, you can see all the roof is on, so that did come in yesterday. Nikki went and picked it up, it came in yesterday morning. So Nikki picked it up. Her dad and I put it on there. She helped out, which was awesome. 3 people doing it. Went really quick in that. Still got a couple things to secure down, but it is on for now. You can see the front is on the garage, and the doors and the man door, the garage doors and the man door are here. Those will probably be put on next week after we get all the gravel floors put in, and then in the parking area. So if I kind of spin around here, still a little bit of a mess we're going to clean up. Trailers parked, tractors sitting over here, but we have plenty of parking now. Now we just need to get the gravel in here to get everything done. So as I kind of walk in here, you can see that last night we did have some rain come in, about 1/3 of an inch. Showed up late yesterday. So we decided to put the ATV in there. You can see it's got some braces still to take down. As I come in here, you can see there is some hay in here that we stored, getting out of the weather, the bucket for the tractor and that. But this is big enough that we can drop the canopy down and actually back the tractor in here as we want to. So one bay will be for me for car stuff. The loft will be somewhere up in there, and you can see how tall that is. That will be somewhere in the 5.5 to 6 foot tall in the center there. Plenty of storage. We could always put more on the back, on the sides. A lot of stuff available in here. And then the quad almost looks like it's a little toy in here. But there's plenty of room up here in the garage. So as we start to get into the middle of November, Still need to get all our firewood done, so we're trying to get the oak cut up that we've had here on the property for the last year or so. It's dry, it just needs to be cut now, so need to get the chainsaws sharpened up, get those fired up, and then we need to go to the backside of our property and get a lot of those down trees cut up and brought up here so I can start splitting that. We still have firewood left over from last year, but it's not going to be enough to last through months of winter. So that's the next big project, is to get that done, get goats moved, get firewood cut, split, stacked, and ready to go, and get ready for a long winter of, who knows? Is it going to be colder, wetter? It's supposed to be El Nino for us, which means colder and wetter, but nobody knows. I just hope we can keep our dome going and having maybe some fresh salads in the middle of November and December. That would be weird, but it will be awesome. So if you guys see anything you have questions on that we've covered before or in this video, like what we've done with the building, that building was put up in 8 days of work. Less than 8 days, really. Pretty crazy with 3 people doing it. But we got our greenhouses, everything else. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, happy homesteading. We'll see you next time.